What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman III of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the, you guessed it, Rob Westerman Show. I already see everybody chopping it up in the chat. My man Rakeem is in the house. What is going on, Rakeem? You can find me all over social media at GBP Daily, and if you are not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It is Wednesday, October 30th. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day to all those who celebrate. And we've got some news to talk about coming out of practice just a little bit ago. As you may have already seen, Jordan Love did not practice today. And afterwards, he talked with the media and said he wants to play on Sunday. They asked him how realistic it was that he would play on Sunday, and he answered, it is realistic. And yeah, hopefully he can go because we need him. Big time matchup on Sunday, 325 against the Lions. Probably the best team in the NFL right now, at least in my opinion. Yes, I do think they're better than the Chiefs. Yes, I think the Chiefs are not as good as what their record says, but guess what? They're 7-0, and that's what you go by, right? Your record is who you are, and that's what the Chiefs are right now. Come playoff time, come Super Bowl. I saw a graphic the other day talking about the Chiefs in the rest of their schedule, which is pretty weak, if I may add and say so myself. They asked when the next time the Chiefs will lose. I had said to the Packers in the Super Bowl. So will that come to fruition? Who knows? Who knows? You want to know who else didn't practice today? Well, get ready because here we go. Josh Jacobs did not practice today because of an ankle injury. Jair Alexander did not practice today. Evan Williams, Rasheed Walker, Elton Jenkins, and Josh Myers all did not practice today. Now, we are early in the week. And so that means we've got some time to heal up a little bit. And as I'm talking about this right now, Wes Hockowitz tweets, Josh Jacobs said, I'll be good come game time. So seemingly no worries about Josh Jacobs there. Probably more so of a veteran rest day as opposed to an injury type of missed practice day. I'm sure that kind of goes for most of these guys. But yeah, it's a little early on in the week. We've got some days to kind of heal up before the game on Sunday against the Lions. All right, let's get to why I'm here and talk some Packers, huh? The show hotline is live. You got a question? You want to join the show? Give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline. Number is on the screen, 309-242-2332. Give me a call. I'm taking your calls right now. You got a Packers question? You got a Packers complaint, a Packers comment, a Packers positive comment. Give me a call. Numbers on the screen, 309-242-2332. Trevor is in the chat, a popular one that I've been seeing the past couple of days. Rest Jordan, start Malik. Trevor, I've been seeing this a lot, and here's kind of where I stand. I understand folks kind of want the Packers to rest him, especially with the bye week coming up next weekend following the Lions game. But I think I've been kind of a minority here of if he can play, then I definitely would love to see him out there. I don't think he needs to be at 100%. I don't think he will be if he does end up playing on Sunday. And frankly, I'm not sure how long he would need to sit to get to 100%. So if he's able to go, if the team thinks he's able to go, if they think he can, protect himself, which has kind of been the popular liner when talking about Jordan Love and his injury, then yeah, I would love to see him out there. So as much as I like Malik Willis as much as I'm super impressed with what he's done, having Jordan out there, I think undeniably gives us a lot better chance to win. So, yeah, as far as resting Jordan, starting Malik, if Jordan can play, then get him out there. That's what we pay him to do. That's what the Packers pay him to do, right? So, Trevor, appreciate you hopping on, my man. Have yourself a great hump day. Durant, my man. Everybody's picking the Lions. Jordan Love said it's realistic that he plays. I completely have been seeing all of the talking heads picking the Lions. Well, hey, if you consider me a talking head, I'm thinking Packers 31, Lions 28. My man Franklin's in the chat. How you doing, my man? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you. Jordan Love said it's realistic that he does play. Yes, that's a good sign. Had the groin injury last weekend, as we all know, and did not practice today. We're going to need to see him out there at some point, I'm sure, before Sunday to, give him a decent shot at playing. And, yeah, a 3:25 game. He's got an extra 3.5 hours to get healthy. So hopefully that is the case, and hopefully he does play. What else we got? Yosef! Lions have to fall back down to earth at some point, right? Yosef, I was talking about this yesterday on the show. They've been playing at an absolutely high and, in my opinion, an unattainable level to keep going the rest of the season over these last 4 weeks. I think they have more touchdowns on offense than incompletions, which is insane. Hopefully this is the game where they do fall back down to earth because, yeah, Jared Goff right now is one of the MVPs of the league, and he's playing some really good football. They got Jahmyr Gibbs back there freaking firing off runs for 60, 70, 80 yards like it's nothing. Jameson Williams, though, he will not be playing. As we all know, he has been suspended. And so, yeah, they're one less playmaker down, but they've still got a super good team. So, yeah, missing Jameson Williams, missing Aiden Hutchinson as he had a leg injury a couple weeks back. So, yeah, they're a little banged up, a little missing some guys, but they're still very, very good. Franklin, but if he plays, there is so much risk. Absolutely, Franklin. Like I said, I'm with the team. If the team thinks he's going to play or thinks that he's going to go, then I'm with it. I think I don't know that he'll ever get back to 100% until the offseason. And, yeah, I don't really know where to stand on that, as far as resting him before the bye week. Will the 2 weeks heal him to 100%? If it does, then maybe they have a better case of resting him. But it's a home division game, another one that we cannot afford to lose if we want to stay ahead of ourselves in this division race, especially with how good our division is overall. Already lost one to the Vikes at home. And if we lose this one Sunday, it's going to make that road that much tougher. So kind of where I stand, if the team thinks he's going to go, I'm all for it. So hopefully he is good to go. If not, it's Malik Willis time, baby. And I'm all for it. Hold on here. Welcome to the Rob Westerman Show. Who am I talking to and where are you calling from?
What's up, man? It's Franklin. I'm calling from Georgia.
Franklin, how you doing, man? How you doing down in Georgia? What do you got for me? You got a Packers question? You got a Packers comment? What are you thinking?
So I've been a Packers fan my entire life, and I just think it's super cool that just how our quarterback room has always been like. It went from Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, down Jordan Love. But do we honestly think that Jordan Love is going to continue to play like he's playing now, or do we think he's going to kind of fall off? If you don't say.
Well, if you're asking me personally, I'm hoping that he's going to follow in the footsteps. He played super well at the end of last year, and yeah, so far this year he has thrown more picks than what we probably all would like. But he's shown, he can make all the throws. He's shown he doesn't flinch in clutch time. And I get there were some throws last year, especially at the end of games, most notably that 49ers game. That comes to mind immediately, unfortunately. but where he throws picks and doesn't do too well at the end of games. But also you got to think about, I'm sure you remember quite well, that Steelers game, the Falcons game where he drove down, got us back in the lead. And yeah, I think he's on the right trajectory. That's kind of where I'm at. It is pretty early. He's only 1.5 years starting in. But what do you think? You think he's going to continue the trend, or you think he's going to fall off?
I think as of right now, like of course you said, like he has like some areas in his game is kind of off, but for the most part, he can play great football. And the only problem I've seen, as we know, like last year, we were the 7th seed. We went in, played Dallas, played a heck of a football game, and then we played San Francisco, which leads kind of into my next question. What is the problem with us in San Francisco? Like, it seems like we play so good in the season. We get to the, either NFC Championship game, divisional round, and we can't get it done against San Francisco. It always leads up to that. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, they've been our kryptonite, right? It even goes back to like that 2013 year and then those Kaepernick years. It's just one of those things. Like back in the 90s, it was the Cowboys until we finally dethroned them. And last year, I thought for sure that was going to be the game that we kind of dethroned them as far as like our kryptonite. But as you and everybody else witnessed, the offense kind of stalled in the second half. And yeah, we let them right down and score and to go ahead. And you throw in things like the Anders Carlson missed field goal from 41 yards out and just things of that nature that typically don't happen. Of course, they happen to us. But hopefully this year is the year that if we get a chance to face them in the playoffs, we can dethrone them.
Yeah. Third and last question. As of right now, we have one of the best defenses, if not the best, with Xavier McKinney. He's going crazy and just our defense is playing really good football. I think it's just like a thing I'm going to throw out there. And I think if we can figure it out, like Jordan Love got injured those 4 weeks. Malik Willis came in, played heck of football. And then, Jordan Love gets back. He got injured last week, of course. But I think the problem is for what always has been our problem has kind of been our defense since Clay Matthews and all of them left. But I think this year, if our defense can continue to play like we're playing, I think we have a really good shot at it.
Absolutely, man. I absolutely agree. That's kind of the different story this year. Defense is taking the ball away. We've already gotten more turnovers so far this year than we did all of last year. And I think, come playoff time, if we do stall offensively like we did in the second half against the Niners, hopefully our defense can pull through for us and carry the load. Franklin, I appreciate you calling in, my man. Have yourself a great rest of your day.
All right, you too.
Go Pack, go, man. Thank you. My man Franklin calling down from Georgia. Appreciate you, Franklin. And yeah, like you said, hopefully we can dethrone the Niners this year if given the chance. They haven't looked that great so far through the first 2/3 of the year. About half the year. We'll see if they even make the playoffs, and if they do, look out. All right, what else we got? Isaiah, update on the Evan Williams injury. I have not seen a whole lot as of right now. Wednesday, about 3 o'clock. He did not practice today, though, which was kind of expected. I know there were some tidbits coming out last weekend after the game saying it wasn't anything too serious, wasn't anything too severe. So I do expect him to be out there this Sunday. My man Cooper's in the chat. My brother from another mother. How you doing, buddy? Hope you had a good day at school. My man Nate in the chat. I'll be at Lambeau this weekend. Positive vibes only. That's right. 325 game. Lions. You picked yourself a good one to go to. Hopefully, for all of our sake, especially yours, Jordan will be playing, and we can get the dub. Thanks, Nate, for hopping in over on YouTube. I appreciate you. My man Eviction Game in the Instagram chat. Our personnel is so good, we still are going to beat the Lions without 10, 23, and 33. Next man up. Love you, brother. Green Bay or no way. Dang, that is quite the bold prediction. No Jordan Love, no Jair, no Evan Williams, and we still get the dub. That would be an upset of all upsets if that were the case. Like I said, though, I do think not only do we got to play really well, the Lions kind of got to fall back down to earth here. They've been playing stellar. Best team in the league over the last couple of weeks, in my opinion. And they got to come back down to earth a little bit here. Because, yeah, Jared Goff and that offense has just been playing lights out. I said earlier, I think they've got more offensive touchdowns in the last 4 weeks than they do incompletions, which is nuts. So, yeah, hopefully that's the case come Sunday at 3:25. All right, it is time for the Packers fact of the day, and it is a good one.
It's time for your Green Bay Packers fact of the day. Brought to you by TickPick. TickPick guarantees to have the lowest prices on Packers tickets. If you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, TickPick will give you 110% of your money back. If you want $20 off your next ticket order, use the code Packers20 at checkout. That's Packers20. This promo code can only be used in the app, so be sure to download the TickPick app today.
All right, your fact of the day, Edgerrin Cooper. My man, Edgerrin Cooper was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week this weekend for his performance in Sunday's game against the Jaguars. Get this, he only played 34 snaps, which makes up about 60% of the team's total. He still had 8 tackles, a strip sack that Devontae Wyatt nudged the offensive lineman to get out of his way to grab, which then led to a touchdown. And he also had a pass defended in the win over Jacksonville. He basically played half the snaps on defense compared to the team's total and still wound up being the Defensive Player of the Week, which is crazy. So also, he is the first rookie to win that award since Clay Matthews did so back in 2009. I'd say that's some pretty good company. Shout out to Edgerrin Cooper and shout out to TickPick for partnering up with myself. I've used TickPick. I used them 3 weeks ago for the Packers-Cardinals game. They guarantee the cheapest tickets out there. And if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will give you 110% of your money back. Download the app. Use the code Packers20 for $20 off your order. What else we got? Austin over on YouTube. What do you think about this trade? CJ Stroud and Devontae Adams for James Conner for Love, and I got CJ Stroud and Adams. It's a fantasy football question. Austin, I'm going to warn you here. I have not been doing very well in fantasy football this year. I am 2-6, and I think 3-5 in my other league. So, yeah, the last person you want fantasy advice for. CJ Stroud and Devontae Adams for James Conner and Jordan Love. I mean, obviously it depends on Phil. Jair Alexander joining the chat. My man. Jair Alexander. Keep him. Keep Devontae. Keep CJ Stroud. Simple as that. Phil, Cardinals game is always a few weeks ago. You're absolutely right. Back off, Phil. All right? Back off me, my man. Cardinals game was 1, 2, 3. Was it 4 weeks ago now? I don't know. I think it was a few weeks ago, Phil. Thanks for hopping in, Phil. I appreciate you, even though if it's giving me crap. Isaac, biggest worry going into Sunday's game. Isaac, I would not worry. I couldn't say that I'm worried about anything. But the main thing that I'll be watching outside of the Jordan Love situation is our offensive line. You heard me talk about it earlier when I mentioned the guys who were not practicing. Josh Myers, Elton Jenkins, Rashid Walker. That makes up 3 of our 5 starting offensive linemen. Hopefully most, if not all 3, can get back in the practice field at some point. And, yeah, that'll kind of be the situation I'm watching. Thank you, Isaac. Phil, missing this morning. Yeah, Phil had some things come up. I know. That's my bad. I'll be back at it again tomorrow morning, Phil. I can promise you that one. And I look forward to seeing you there. Hey, Phil, why don't you give me a call tomorrow morning on the show? Chime in. I'd love to have you on. Come up with a good Packers question, and let's chat some Packers, huh? Thank you, Phil. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me today as far as the show goes. But as you know, the content never stops. I'm always posting anything and everything Packers related on the socials at GBP Daily. Give me a follow. Stay up to date on everything you need to know and some things you might not need to know regarding the Green Bay Packers. If you are not already, it would mean a ton if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. I will be back and at it again tomorrow morning, Phil. I promise you. I will see you all then. And until then, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.